Hey guys, I've been trying out new rogue archetypes with Garrote no rogue getting nerfed, and this one might have potential. I started off with it though, and started off really poorly. It was 1-5, but I looked, we were playing all warlocks, and then I was about to quit the deck, and we stopped playing warlocks. And I think we went on a 7-game win streak. So the deck is better than I originally thought. I did know I substituted a Og version for the originalist from a broom. I'm really liking the broom. Feels like because the list feels a lot more board oriented. But yeah, it feels all right. And it's definitely I'm misplaying it. And I got some games for you guys that show some of the cool stuff you can do. And it's very all about the scabs plays. There's some really cool scabs. So some of the stuff, the way it works is Edwin's a pirate, so and you have Mr. Smite. So one is you can just kind of play a tempo-y rogue style, and then Mr. Smite OTK. So for example, let's say you cycle through your deck while you're developing, and you get an efficient Octobot discounter. You've got like a 5-mana scabs, and maybe a 2-mana, a 1-mana Tenwu, and let's say you have a 1 Shadow Step and 1 this, and one Wicked Stab for 1 mana. Well, for, let's see, that would be for 7, 8, 9 mana, you could do 24 damage, So there are ways you can, if you get to the late game. Now, it's one of the big issues is, well, you have to get to turn 9 or turn 10, which you can't really do in this current meta. But if the meta slows down with the next nerfs, the OTK style might work a little bit better. But one of the big things I'd say about this is that you're actually a lot more playing for board and then maybe going for 12 or 18 bursts as your finisher. So things I don't like about this, I feel like turns 2 through 4 feel incredibly awkward. With the Garrote Rogue, you're going Shroud, you're going a passage on 3 just to draw one card, but you don't really like doing that in this deck because you kind of need more value from your passage. We don't have the same level of draw. We don't have the same level of cycle consistency. So the turns 2 through 4 feel very inconsistent. But if you can get past that and you're not that behind, now scabs can be really strong as well. So sometimes you'll do something like just a coin scabs, Mancrick Swindle, or a Mancrick Foxy Fraud Swindle on turn 3. So scabs tends to be a really good keep on coin, not going first, not so much. So there's things, with that, but things definitely can often feel awkward. Turn 5 is, I feel like, when things really start to get going for this deck. But the turns 2 through 4, I think that's one of the big weaknesses of this deck I've felt so far. But the later turns get really explosive and really cool. There's some really cool things you can do with this deck. You can draw a bunch of, get a bunch of stuff from Edwin and then Mr. Smite. If you stick a bit, Mr. Smite, God forbid, you can do with Edwin. Another thing you can do, you can just do like the Mr. Smite OTKs. You can just make a giant board, so you can do things like play scabs and then Tenwu the scabs and play scabs again. So you just get like a ton of free mana. So there's a lot of cool things you could do. I haven't quite figured it all out, but it's something if you love Rogue, I think there's definitely a lot of room to get better at this deck. I know I'm playing it incorrectly, but yeah, I think so. The mulligans, generally, I've been keeping Foxy Fraud and Efficient Octobot. And I think going first, I think Field Conduct is, but I'm still not sure. And Mancrick tends to be really nice to keep. And I'd say if you're in an aggressive matchup, I'd be keeping Prize Plunder as well. But a lot of it, the mulligans, the problem is there aren't really good, like I said, good turn 2 through 4 play. So you're often pretty awkward in the early turns. That's why I kind of miss Kazakus, because Kazakus, you could go Hero Power 2, Mancrick on 3, Kazakus on 4, 5-drop on 5. So we'll see if this version ends up being better than the old Kazakus style. I could see Kazakus plus Mr. Smite being a thing as well. But this is something to try out as experiment for, what Rogue will survive. If will Rogue be good enough? I think it will. I think Rogue has just too many strong things to be deleted. But that being said, I think Rogue will have to adapt. It'll have to adapt to the next meta. It might not be as meta defining. So right now, meta Rogue is the meta. Rogue is the deck that other decks have to beat to survive. Maybe post nerf, Rogue is kind of the niche thing. So, anyways, I got some games for you guys, but like I said, mulligans are a little tough. But I'd say Efficient Octobot, Foxy Fraud, and Mancrick, and then Scabs on Coin. I think those are, and then Prize Splendor in aggressive matchups like a Hunter or a Druid. So that's what I would be keeping in general. But you probably watch some of these games. Some of these games I don't do that, so I'm experimenting with the mulligan, trying to figure it out myself. It's a new deck. I haven't quite figured out the style, but hope you guys like this and enjoy.
Efficient is sufficient. Initiating overdrive.
Like, this is just the deck feels. I mean, how am I supposed to? And I can't even get through like Ice Barrier because I don't have Alexstrasza potential, you know? It doesn't have like the same burn lethal feel. Probably cycle with the Prize Splendor here because there's no targets anyway. I think I'll hold up on the Brain Freeze. Like, this is what I mean. It just feels so.
I won this!
Here we go.
Alright.
It's quiet.
Care to make a wager, friend? Choose soon.
Come, friend. Let's see what you've got.
「
I don't know if I want to even like play this anymore, you know? It's just like it feels like board feels so feeling with winning with board feels so unwinnable now. It's not like
I wonder.
Efficient is sufficient. Initiating overdrive.
Too soon. Here we go.
yeah, no Jandis, no Kazakus. It's weird. This whole like there just doesn't feel like you have any meaty threats, and the OTKs don't feel very good. So you have no Kazakus, you can't do like 5/5 golems, so you're I don't know, it just feels like you don't do anything and then you don't get enough chip damage in and then you can't finish him, you know? So,
Oh, it says explode!
wait, how much damage do I have here? 12 for 3, or for 4, then 18. Is that lethal? Wow. I'm pretty sure that's lethal. See if I suck at math, chat.
Look what I want!
Out of the kitchen and into the frying pan!
All hands on deck! Avast, ye swine! Come, friend. Let's see what you their tusks! All hands on deck! Avast, ye swans!
Oh, somehow we won that game. Get ready. I don't know why I'm.
Efficient is sufficient.
So you can see this is why we have the chat box.
Grab your
90% of people like it. But you can see there.
In a box? Pirate stuff.
Stone by stone, Stormwind shall fall. We're gonna need more gunpowder.
In a box? Pirate stuff.
Stone by stone, Stormwind shall fall.
muzzle their magic.
A little too big. It's really not that big, but I know.
Glory! I'm here for the gold.
This thing's actually so annoying. Oh, it must be nice.
Efficient is sufficient. Breaking story. Loot! Ultimate potion!
They literally have every answer.
I wonder.
Out of the kitchen and into the frying pan.
Give me that! Not what I want!
Alright, Chris, I'm gonna let you know. Dude, the people spoke. The people spoke against your point of view. Now you can either accept the will of the people, or you can be eliminated from this channel. It is your choice. Alright, when we put things to democracy, and the people vote against you, those are the choices I'm giving you, you know?
Come, friend. Let's see what you've got.
Here we go.
I actually screwed up. I really should have put this.
I won this!
Faster, you kill all anger!
I just decided to ban them. I got it, Crucial. Hey, Crucial.
Juggernaut is under my command.
Hey, we win. I didn't expect that.
All hands on deck! Avast, ye swine! I won this!
Orders up!
Oh, tough luck.
This listed a 57% win rate on HS Replay. Legends. Casie came up with this against non-Warlock. You know, and they've been killing our Octobots too. It actually feels so. It's a thing of like, which is kind of what I felt though about the old version too. So like, it doesn't really tell us that much. The old version that wasn't Edwin based, that was Kazakis based, and Alexstrasza.
Job's done.
Faced a ton of mages today. Yeah, did you see the Vicious Syndicate? Basically, I didn't know about the multicaster thing. So multicaster might sit. The mage could easily I realized it could survive, especially with multicaster drawing the 3 cards. Because any like the decks that have inevitability, like if the meta gets weaker enough, they can come back. You know.
Care to make a wager, friend?
No, it's neutral. So people tried it out on Shaman as well. Let's do this. I kind of need the draw. Let's just do this.
Oh, tough luck.
But yeah, not having like Kazakis in this deck, because like Edwin and like not really a turn 4 play, you know? Maybe it is. I don't know. You draw a card. Yeah, well, they said it's very good in Shaman. They didn't say Shaman is very good. Different things, you know?
Hungry, aren't ya?
It's like, this card is great in this terrible deck, but...
It's quiet.
don't really have any good plays here. Ooh.
Bring me their tusks!
The classic Mancrick Shuffle, chat. Yeah, I used to be all about this play. I can steal one of these. Not bad, honestly, you know?
Muzzle their magic!
No one crosses the uncrowned.
Give me a play.
Bring me their tusks!
Remember Matt, dude? I remember. Oof, the good old days. I mean,
That's an upgrade. Probably.
dude, I think my man crick should be a 7/6. Call me crazy, but that thing feels like the right thing to do.
Muzzle their magic.
Send my regards.
Want to know why they call me Kudo Bane?
Thought they had a premium minion play every turn. Guess their opening sucked, so that does make sense actually. Ooh, that's actually so annoying.
Let me work my magic.
I'm gonna work my magic. Set up for a 2-turn here. Oh, the brain freeze. Ooh, if I get completely brick, I'm going for the next turn. Ooh, a passage is actually insane here.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Send my regards.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Send my regards.
Alright, well, we're honestly crushing everything that isn't Warlock, so that's kind of interesting.